What's up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory video, and this is another solo queue episode. Get in here and get quickly locked in with a Jewel and a Cruel. So I thought, okay, I got to play some kind of support, and just sort of thinking about it, and I thought, why not? This is probably not going to be a good one, so I will just try something new, and I decided to go with our boy Phinn. Never played him before. I know what his abilities do. I get the gist of it, but never actually had him on the map before, so you guys are going to see the first time doing it. But when you're in ranked and you get those quick locks or, basically insta lock like Jewel did there, it's usually a bad sign. Sometimes you get lucky and they're just that good and they need to be on that hero. But more times than not, you're going to be in bad shape. So we get faced up against a Kashka, Vox, and Catherine team. So honestly, as far as the team goes, feeling pretty good about it. Kashka, obviously a little scary early game and Vox scary late game. But just in general, I thought we might do all right here. Grab my contract, get ready to take off here, and me and Cruel head to the lane, and Jewel goes up to the, excuse me, we head to the jungle, and Jewel goes up to the lane. I'm surprised that Cruel wanted to go all the way to the fronts with me being on Phinn, but he did, and he takes the first hit, which also sort of concerned me as well, that he wouldn't wait on that just to, get some extra gold. But no big deal. We get back to doing our farm thing. Now he's letting me get the first hits in, and just moving around, taking those out. Watching Jill, she's already going to the store here, which I don't know. Maybe that's normal. One wave. I don't know how many she could have got out of that. But she's been to the store. She's heading back up. So it's all good. Grab my boots. I know I want to get boots early with Phinn. I know that much at least. So I'm trying to get to where I get a little more movement speed where I can at least keep up and be in fights when I need to be. Just getting our farm, moving on. Pretty uneventful at the start here. Trying to make sure that Cruel gets built up. He needs that to be fed basically to be effective. So I'm doing all I can to just get through, get those built up, and get him taken care of. Jewel seems to be doing fine in the lane at this point, but it goes bad pretty quick here. You guys are not gonna believe this when it starts happening. Stormguard, I go ahead and buy Stormguard just to speed up the farm and also to it does damage. It's pretty good now even against in early game fights. So grab that and then back to farming, getting our backs, keeping everything good. Jewel calls back, or I don't think she died there. I think she just called back. So we run up. I wanted to let Cruel get a little bit of solo farming in right here, just because again, trying to get him leveled up, let him stay down there. I'll come up here, help Jewel out in the lane when I can, and just keep Vox off of her a little bit. He can be a pain for sure. So just sort of standing guard, waiting, and I see that there's a right here in a second. I see that Cruel's getting getting in a fight. So come down, try to see if they're hiding in that bush. They're not. So they're actually taking our fronts. Come down and just try to scare him off a little bit. That, at least for me, that quibble, I guess it's called, is so hard to land. I mean, they've got to be just willing to stand and fight. If they're moving at all, they're going to get away from it, especially like a Kosh because someone's so quick. We get back, get into our farm. You see Jewel up there really pressing that lane, and I'm pretty sure she dies. Maybe not this time. She runs away right there. Grab my tier 2 boots, and I'm satisfied with that. This is the fight right here that really concerns me. You see that she comes down. She saw the enemy team there. She saw the fight break out, and she finishes her shopping, and then she just goes back to her lane. And I thought, oh man, what is going on here? Why would she not come help us? Why would she not fight? She saw us engaging there, and she just wanted no part of it. Man, it just sort of, this is the story of the match from here on out, pretty much. 3-on-2. Give her a question mark. Why would you not help us with that fight? And the answer comes back, ooh, I gotta be up here in my turret, So it's not good. Guys, when you are in the lane, you have to group up. Some people just live in the lane, and it's just, this match should prove it. We had a very good chance of winning this match, but it was always, if we got in a fight, it was a 2-on-3, and those are incredibly hard to win. I mean, I don't care how good you are or what team comps you have or how ahead you are. 2-on-3 is very hard to win. So she's running off. She's getting just dominated by Vox basically in the lane. We scare him off and then get back down here. Cruel sort of hangs back and gets stunned. I drop him a little shield there, try to get him out of there, and then just give them a little swing to try to run them off. We just want to try to get them off of our turret, protect it the best we can. These minions are going to die to the turret anyway, so we're going ahead and taking them and allowing the turret to continue to defend against the 3 of them that are up there right now. So Jewel's back in the lane. She's doing her thing, I guess, that she likes to do. We're going to go down and start trying to get our farm as well. Take those fronts, and then I go to the store. I'm starting to build my defense now. Again with level 2 boots, I feel like I can get around well enough to start building some defense. Right there, she presses forward. Who knows why? Just because she did, and dies pretty much instantly. So we go back up, try to defend the turret again here, run them off. Keep the minions off a little bit. She's back up doing her farm. We come back down. Vox is there. Just run him off. We can't. I can't chase Vox anyways, and I don't think Cruel can or wants to either. Here's the fight though, and I think right here is when they start to catch on that Jewel is not going to rotate down and is probably going to be a 2-on-3 anytime they want it. You see, she sees the fight. I mean, she does. She's just up there in the lane doing her thing, and then when she does come over, way too little, too late, just sort of runs away. Very, very selfish, poor play from this Jewel. I just not that I'm in high tier skills, but at tier 5, tier 6, how these people get there, I'm not sure. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me how this is ever effective for them. They just get greedy enough that we actually get a kill there, and then chase Kashka off. And we decide to go ahead and take this gold mine. She doesn't rotate down for that either. Catherine comes over, tries to stop it, but honestly, there's nothing she can do. So she runs off, and we just take their fronts and get back to doing our farm thing. So get back in the store, go ahead and grab some armor, give them a little smack, and then some shield for my Cruel. He's actually doing pretty good right here until that Kashka just sort of gets that ability up, and then boom, he goes down. I probably should have bailed, but honestly, it's so hard to run away when you're on Phinn. There's just almost no chance. You see that they're rotating down again. During that fight, our Jewel calls back to the shop. I'm assuming to go to the store. She comes back full health. She didn't stay there very long, so I don't think she was really low health. I think it was just she was ready to shop, and there was a fight going on down there. So she goes up to the lane, gets killed again, and I try to get caught back up with Cruel. He actually gets the kill on Kashka there, so that was nice. I took these bags right here, and I probably shouldn't have, but Cruel was up in the lane getting that farm, so I thought, okay, I'll grab this just to do it. But as soon as I do, of course, he rotates down. I felt bad about that. But get my life spring, just continuing to try to build up my defense. She runs right up to that turret for some reason. I pull in Kashka with my hook, and probably a waste there, but honestly, it was the first time I ever thrown the hook, so I just wanted to do it. And I didn't have a lot of good hooks this game, but again, I've never played Phinn before, so basically I'm just trying to be a meat shield, keep my guys alive when I can, and try to land a decent hook. So right here, back to the farm. Here they come again, 3-on-2. They know that they can just fight us however they want to, whenever they want to. That Jewel is not going to be there. She's going to be in the lane, so we immediately have to retreat. They can take anything they want down there. Pinging her again. Our turret's not threatened here. She is just not going to do the team fight thing. She's going to stay up there in the lane, and she's going to do it throughout the match. It gets kind of crazy towards the end what she actually starts doing. So what we try to do right here, I thought was pretty smart, is just sort of try to force her to fight with us. We sort of come around the backside and do it right there. She fights a little bit, and we do actually win for the most part of this fight. It was a one versus one trade, but we had the upper hand here. She really stays a long ways back, finally gets that jump and gets a kill. I pull Catherine back in, but she's just not. It's almost like she's done. She wants to get back to farming, which is fine, I suppose. It's gonna be hard to take Catherine down. So a few minions there go down, but again, that's pretty much the only team fight we had. Just sort of forced her to do it. She was up there by that turret, and we just come around from the other side and sort of sandwiched in between us and them and her. So it kind of made it happen, and it worked out. But right here, we'll get back and let Cruel get those backs, and he gets that middle one. And then we go, again, she's back up in the lane, just pressing that turret as hard as she can. All 3 of them jump on her. She's forced back, and then they come down for the gold mine, which obviously they're going to get it. Just try to pull them over to where Vox can't, really dance around. But they're going to get the gold mine. And then again, here comes Jewel at the backside. Another semi-team fight here that we pretty much run them off and get the best of. But let's see, she traces down and gets way overextended out in front of us and dies, but does get a couple kills out of it. We had them beat down pretty low by the time she got there, and she does take a few kills. So we get the best of another fight when 3 of us are in the same vicinity there. Go ahead and grab their minion mine, And then from here, just get back to farming, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we even go for the gold mine here. Probably should have, but we didn't. Let's see what I work on. Grab a reflex block, going towards a crucible here. I've already got the fountain, so I want to get that crucible done. Maybe we can block a few things, or just, the extra health will obviously keep me alive a little bit longer in these fights. Look at where she's at now. She was all the way over there at their next turret, trying to push the lane by herself. So there they finally get our turret taken care of. All three of them there again. Obviously, they killed her 3-on-1. Pull them back. Koshka dancing around too hard to try to catch her. And then right here, obviously, I dropped the fountain. But really, it's so hard to just get away and run on Phinn. So I was hoping that Cruel would come back. He does. We get the kill on Koshka. From there, just trying to soak up the damage from Vox while Cruel can get some stacks built up. And then here comes Jewel. And she's not going to fall down. She's going to all the way. Go get the gold mine, but I was too late. That was actually a stupid call and a stupid move, because the gold, it was just seconds till the Kraken came. So no chance of us getting it. Right here, I grabbed the wrong thing, just force of habit. I grabbed that chronograph when I wanted to go for Warhorn. So I had to sell that chronograph and just buy the extra life, what I could there. So kind of a screw up on my part. Back to the farm. I think she's already died again. Yeah, she went right down to that turret and died again. So at this point, Krill and I are realizing that, it's going to be a 2-on-3 every time we fight. And here it is, trying my best to get in there and get him a little bit of shield, get him some life, drop that crucible when I can, waiting to see if someone's going to try to bolt right here. And I should have grabbed Koshka and just tapped the wrong way, because I probably could have killed her. But they take Krill out eventually and then take me out as well. Look at our girl Jewel up there in the lane, having a fight down there. She goes in the lane. Here she comes down, gets caught out. I think she dies right here. Let's see. Comes down to the store. She can't even shop because they're not going to let her. So they chase her down, and I'm pretty sure she dies here. Just a second. Maybe she gets away on this one. And right here, we're basically trying to chase her down to be there when the fight happens. Try to give her a little bit of shield. Here comes the 3-on-3. Smash. Koshka gets taken out. I pull in Vox, but she's running for some reason. We just turned it to a 2-on-3, and Jewel runs away. So right here, coming in, trying to get the fight. She drops the big red button, put a pretty good damage onto Vox there, but standing too close to that Kraken, getting a little damage on it. And I guess that was my fault. I peeled off, and I didn't see that Cruel was that low, and Catherine actually kills Cruel. So right there, she gets into the fight down here at the bottom, misses the stun. Catherine stuns her, and I'm just trying. She's getting us up here by this Kraken, which it works. She kind of hits it and then gets a shot on Jewel before it falls back. Then she comes around, puts another hit on her, a stun. Jewel's still chasing. I'm just sort of sticking with her, and there's Koshka and everybody else, and that is that. We are going to die here. At least I am. I think Jewel actually runs away. Koshka might chase her down. I'm not sure, but I'm trying my best to get away, but nothing I can do. She silences me. I can't run. I can't. I'm just walking away slowly. They got me slowed. Cruel is up, but he's up in the lane. Keeping him busy at least for a little while. Cruel shows up, and I give him the signal. Don't do it. Don't even. Just go away. Watch Jewel here. Watch when she gets out on this lane. What she does. She's taking these minions out, and now she is going to go all the way, if I'm not mistaken, if I get this out of the way. I got my Warhorn. I didn't watch it here. Look at her. She goes all the way to the opposite minion mine to pick it up. All the way there and calls back home. So that was befuddling. I did not know what to think about that. Again, a 2-on-3. We get, Cruel probably shouldn't have been there, but we get caught out, 2-on-3. And I'm stunned and silenced and all that good stuff. So I Warhorn and run away. Jewel is going to stand there and take it like a champ and die for absolutely no reason. I pulled Koshka in right there, let the turret take a few shots at her, and I think actually gets the kill right there. Yep, she does go down to that turret shot, so then they have to fall back right there. But I've honestly, of all the solo queues I've ever played, this was one of the strangest. I've never seen someone want to be. It's like Jewel wanted to be by herself. She didn't want to be in a team fight. Wherever we went, she went somewhere else. And here you'll see again in a minute when we all get up at the same time. Cruel and I actually chasing her, just trying to keep up with her and predict where she's going to go, because there's no telling. Right here was a very strange Kraken grab by them. They get the Kraken, and then they just abandon it. Like, they don't press the lane at all with it. We absolutely get to take it down for free. It does not even get a turret. I don't believe it even gets this first one. No, I don't. It might, but I don't think so. If it does, it's just one. Yeah, they didn't get it. So strange. Never seen anyone do it before. We never saw them in the lane there. So not sure what the strategy was behind that. They just, I don't know what they were doing. But anyways, watch Jewel here. Look at her running all the way down to that far turret, and then cutting through, cutting down, and going back to that minion mine again. Cruel and I doing our best to keep up with her, chase her down in case a fight breaks out to where we'd all three be together. But look at her. She's going back to the other minion mine now. I don't know if it's OCD or what. She could not stand to let them have a minion mine. Then we get up in the lane thinking, okay, she's going to go through the lane towards that turret like she always has. Oh, nope. She doesn't want to be next to us. Way too close. Goes down into a 3-on-1 situation and dies very, very quickly. And then, of course, Cruel and I have no choice but to retreat. They're put down a lot of damage at this point, so I drop the Warhorn, help him get out of there. It's just, this match is way over at this point. Just putting up the best effort that we can. They close in on us and stunning us and silencing us and all that. I'm right here. I'm trying to grab Vox. If he'll step in just one more step, I probably should have walked out just a little farther. I might could have pulled him into that turret and into Cruel. We might could have killed him. But right when I see him, I throw it, and he steps right out. Grab the minions, take them out, and go back to shopping. Get my Aegis, so that's all good. I'm getting a lot of defensive items. I'm very tanky at this point, but not that it matters. Catch Vox out, but right there, they, of course, are always together. That's the key, guys. I'm telling you. I see it. I've done it. I've played it both ways. You have to be together all the time. 3-on-3, or you probably won't be 3-on-3 very often. You'll catch them out of position. You'll catch them 3-on-2, just like what's happening right here. 3-on-1. Why Jill would jump in like that is beyond me. So we have no choice again but to run away, pop the Warhorn, get out of there. Stick together. Stick together. As soon as you start getting a few waves taken care of, group up, just like these guys did. Look how well it works. I've seen it happen a million times. I've played with good players that don't do what Jules doing in this match. And when we play people that group up from basically the get-go, we lose pretty often. And it's just something that I don't know. A lot of people I don't know if it's don't like it or don't want to, but I'm telling you from experience, that's the key to this game. Team fights, teamwork, being in the same spot at the same time. I don't care how good the other team is. I don't care how behind you are for the most part. I mean, I guess it can get to that point. But if you are catching someone 2-on-3 or 3-on-1, you're going to win those fights every time. Look at Jewel. She's going to that far. She's going to that far minion mine again, picking it up, pinging her, just wondering what in the world she's doing. She gets it. She calls back home. It's really something. But hopefully I wanted to show you guys this one just a lesson. This is an extreme version of it, obviously. But even if you're just maybe 2 or 3 times in a match, those 2 or 3 fights can determine the match. So always, always, always run together, stick together. You get a much greater chance of coming out on top there. So they finally get the ace on us, take down that turret, and come down and I think take out one more here. Yeah, Vox comes in. He's going to take out one more. I pull him in and try to get him in range of both of those turrets, put a smackdown on him. And I know he's got me beat here, but honestly, I'm so ready for this match to be over. I didn't care. I wasn't going to run away. I was just going to try to chase him down. I got my abilities I'm dropping, but he's putting out quite a bit of damage there. Cruel didn't like it, but sorry, buddy. I just couldn't take it no more. I was ready for the match to be over, and Vox is going to finish it off for us here. They got a Kraken. Didn't need it. Catherine and Koshka show up and take out the Vain. So that was that. Really, this is the jungle. This is the solo queue, and this is what you're going to run into sometimes. Do the best you can. There's not a lot you can do about a match like that, but do the best you can and make you better. Hopefully, experiencing those constant 2-on-3 team fights, I guess it might get you to disadvantage. Give her an unintentional play, Crunk 86. Man, if you're watching this, you've got to stop doing that. Looking at the builds here, you've got Vox just going with a Tornado Trigger, a Bone Saw, Sorrow Blade, and a Breaking Point, and a Serpent's Mask. Just a nasty, nasty Vox build at the end there. He was just a murderer. You see that Catherine, really just I guess she knew how ridiculous this match was. None of them had any defense to speak of. I mean, Koshka had an Aegis and a Fountain, and that was pretty much it. I was looking at this trying to figure out why Cruel went Atlas Pauldron. I guess maybe for Vox, but the problem is he's not going to land that Atlas Pauldron on Vox. Vox is going to be dancing around. You're looking at Koshka, pretty standard stuff there. Got that Frostburn. That's that Aftershock, isn't it? I believe it's Aftershock. And the Broken Myth, and then from there going pretty much defense and trying to get one more infusion at the end there. Looking at our builds, we've got Jewel building that Sorrow Blade, Tornado Trigger, Monocle, and then a Bone Saw, even though nobody on the defending team had any armor. So I guess that's just Crunk 86's build that he does no matter what. While he's doing what he's doing, no matter what the rest of the team's doing. Cruel, interesting build on Cruel. I've not seen that one. Maybe it's normal. Got a breaking point and then went Aftershock. That's alternating current on Koshka. Sorry, I said Aftershock. That's not. Aftershock on Cruel, and then a Frostburn to slow him down, which I kind of like that. I mean, I think I could see that build working in a normal match. Then me, normal stuff, just straight defense for the most part. Warhorn, got myself a coat of plates, boots, Crucible, Fountain, and an Aegis. So just as defending as I could possibly be, but too little too late. All right, guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake, doing my best to help you guys suck less.